Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. My name is Don Swanker, and I'm calling the Jackson County Board of Supervisors meeting to order. I have myself, we have Nins Flagel.
Good morning.
The other super, we got online, we got Mike Steinis for representing from the distant supervisor position. We have Bjorn from IT, we got Lisa from the auditor's office, we have Brittany back in the press box. And first up, we got visitors and citizens. Is there anybody else online? Besides Mike, who else do we got? There's another Michael. Michael? Again,
a couple weeks.
Well, the third week in a row. You want to say hi? Introduce yourself? Well, glad to have you. Nobody in the gallery Can you say? Nobody in the gallery wanted to speak, so we'll move on. First up, we got Terry Selzer from the Fair Board Manager to give us a Dollar Barn update.
Well, so we were gonna have a couple students here to present this, and they had ortho appointments, so the reschedule didn't work for them.
Okay.
So Amber actually is going to talk about, a couple kids came to us about the existing Dollar Barn and the size of it. It's not quite big enough to meet their needs. They have to set their freezers outside. And so they proposed constructing a bigger Dollar Barn. And so they came to the
Just
board.
define, what's the existing Dollar Barn, just for people so they know where it is on the fairgrounds and.
Yep, it's right
Yep.
north of the dairy barn.
Okay.
So close to the show barn.
Okay.
They sell pop, ice cream, different drinks out of there. It's kind of their main fundraiser. It goes along with the food stand for the year, but it is 100% the County Council and Young Leaders project. So we even have managers. They manage it. It was kind of neat to hear Abby's story. Abby Schmidt was one of the leaders last year or managers last year. And she kind of talks a lot about how that really gave her a lot of leadership and experience, and just kind of neat to hear her. I can't put it in her words,
Yeah.
but it was really neat to hear her story. I had no idea that was the impact that it had on some of the kids. But the ice cream machine does not work in there because there's not enough ventilation. We can't even get the air conditioners to work because there's not enough airflow in there. It's so little. And so it gets very hot in there. Things overheat. So we did put all the pop and coolers last year to get it out of the barn to sell. So their idea is that they would rebuild the building so it would be bigger. No running water. It does have electricity, but there's the pole right there to hook up.
We didn't have to do any more with the electricity.
So they would hope to insulate it this time. It's not insulated. The current one, the wood around the door and the floor is getting a little rotten. So it's not that it's not safe. We'll have to rebuild pieces of it because we are looking at repurposing that existing building. So they're looking at moving that, either talking about moving it up to the horse arena to use as a concession stand there, storage, whatever else we want to use with it. If we don't want to keep it, that's an option too. We could sell it.
Mm-hmm.
So then in this existing building, we know that the new Barn of Dreams is hopefully going to happen at some point in time. In their plan, there is a concession stand. So if that would happen, that we would overtake that place. Same thing. We would look at relocating it, reusing it. Our master gardeners are always looking for storage. It might just be moved somewhere where we could use it for outdoor cold storage, or again, sell it, something else. But in the meantime, they really need a new facility to be able to operate efficiently and effectively at the fairgrounds. So they've come up with this plan. They're working on getting some help with building it. We have actually a member on the committee that he wants to actually actively build it. So he does have some experience in that. He's a senior this year. So he's looking at, getting some more experience in construction too with it. So, but that's kind of their intentions with the building.
Okay.
So they brought it to us, to the board 2 weeks ago or last month. And the Fair Board is in support. So we wanted to make sure that you guys knew that the Fair Board was in support. I did talk to Amber about insurance. That was something that came up. An extension covers everything during the building and the kids that are working.
Since it's a service project. Yeah, it's their 4-H project. Our insurance would cover that. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, just so people know, this is kind of gonna replace it. Looks similar to a garden utility shed that's sitting right there by the dairy barn now, so.
Yep, and they've had new plans to put it on cement, you know, right, I don't know what you call the actual term. But cement blocks, so then it doesn't sit on the ground, because right now it's sitting on the ground, so that's probably some of the reason why the wood is rotting. But then too, it will eventually be movable also, so it's not gonna be like a permanent structure there.
Okay.
So my only question is, I don't know, like insurance wise, like for the actual building, we actually do have it covered underneath our insurance policy. So if are we double insuring that?
I don't think we have it on.
It is
Okay.
not on ours.
Okay, that's good. So that was my
Okay.
only question with it. I didn't even think about it. What's that?
You want to insure Pearson Hall too?
No.
Appreciate it.
Later. Good talk.
Make a trade.
I'm sure you would.
All right, and
Any
so is this just informational?
Yeah,
Just
just part of our
Informational.
lease
Okay.
agreement
okay.
with them is that they gotta bring everything back to us.
It'll be interesting to see how it turns out.
Yeah, people that are listening, they're still looking for donations. Oh, they did receive $5,000 grant from the Community Foundation of Jackson County to start them off. They anticipate costs with new equipment, so they do have some new concession equipment, and there is around 14,000.
Good.
So they could downsize if they had to a little bit, but they're hoping for some, you know, in kind and some different. So hopefully it won't
Okay.
cost quite that much, but that's their.
And you're gonna
They're
do,
cool.
are they gonna do this and have it ready by this fair?
They're hoping to.
Okay. I just
That's
was like,
their
when I saw the dollar barn remodel and we have the barn of the dream,
Yeah,
running concurrently could be a little confusing.
it's a
but
very small.
Well, I think this is gonna go a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, so.
Well, thank you.
No, it is two different
Yeah.
deals, cause I got a little confused at first too.
Yeah, and they don't plan on doing a big fundraising campaign either. So that was
Right.
probably what I just said is probably the most of their fundraising campaign.
Okay.
Right.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much for the information.
Well, thank
Fun
you.
to see it. You bet.
Amber, did you say that it was going to be on skids?
Yeah, it will be. Yes.
So
The
it
men-
is movable? Yeah, relocate, okay.
Yep. So then they'll be able to, they're working with somebody right now that has some experience in that, and he has some access to cement skids.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
what's the size, what would be the size of it, do you know?
it is 16 by 16, the new one.
Yeah.
The old one's 12 by 12. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thank you much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Next up, we have Becca from zoning. Come on down. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. On February 16th, 2026, the Jackson County Zoning Commission held a properly noticed public hearing on case ZC 26-01, a request from Susan Eganhouse and Roger Eganhouse to rezone property located at 30571 396th Avenue in section 6, Take Daymore Township from A1 Ag District to C1 Highway Commercial District. The property contains an existing enclosed storage building. The applicants are requesting rezoning to bring that use into conformance under the C1 mini warehouse rental storage category and to allow one limited unattended accessory vending machine. There were no formal objections submitted at the zoning commission hearing, and today I am requesting that the board set a public hearing on proposed ordinance number 322 for March 24th, 2026 at 9 a.m. This date satisfies the statutory publication requirements under Iowa Code 335.6.
You said March 24th
Yes,
at 9 a.m.
please.
Okay.
I would make that motion.
I would second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to set the public hearing for the proposed ordinance 322, the Egan House rezoning for March 24th at 8 a.m. Any other
9
discussion?
a.m.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. Any other discussion? All that in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public hearing is set. Awesome.
Sounds good.
You bet. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Good day.
Wanna peek into Jaden?
Is my background noise really loud, like that airplane and stuff?
Not hearing the background noise at all.
We're not paying attention to you at all.
Okay, thanks.
Waiting for Jaden. Good morning.
Morning.
Jaden Shekel from the engineer's office. How are we doing today?
Good. First thing on the agenda is discussion or action on U-Step funding agreement regarding 395th Avenue and US 52. So our county fiscal year 27 project is the rehab of 395th Avenue from basically offshore's entrance, because that's where the county city line meet. From there, going to the beginning of concrete right by the Bellevue Golf Course is about a 1.6-ish mile stretch of road. I emailed the DOT a while back about asking, I'm just giving some where this is coming from, I should say. So I emailed the DOT on what their highway plans were for 52, like existing plans, like what their pavement thickness is last time they resurfaced, just so we know what those depths were carried and whatnot. And they brought up that this would be a good opportunity to implement a right turn lane at that intersection, because that's been brought up in the past as a safety concern. And I said, okay, that's fine, but that portion is not ours. That's city of Bellevue, not county. So they said, well, the city can apply for a U-Step grant, which stands for Urban State Transportation Engineering Program or something to that effect. But U-Step is as it relates to city, whereas C-Step is county. So brought that forward to the city, or did a rough cost estimate initially to see, okay, well, what is the turn lane and all that going to cost? To know whether to bring that forward to the city of Bellevue to know whether or not is that something they want to do. Because of the U-Step, it's a 55% DOT share, 45% city. So figure out the cost estimate to know what their share and what they're comfortable with. Did that, they were comfortable with that cost of what their cost share would be. So they applied for U-Step grant and ultimately were awarded the U-Step grant for an offset turn lane. So it's similar. The reason why it's coming to here as the county is we will do the design in-house, since it's very minimal, and incorporate it into our roadway project as one project, similar to how we will be the lead agency on the project, similar to how City of Monmouth for their 12th Avenue or West Street Bridge, where we're the lead agency on their project. Same case here, we will be the lead agency, and then we will get reimbursed from the city and DOT for that portion of the project.
So just so I got it right in my head, this is right after you're coming from Dubuque, coming into Bellevue. You cross the bridge and then you would be wanting to take a. Oh, so you're talking about coming out of Bellevue, going into?
Correct, it'd be a north, as you're going northbound,
North.
it would be a right turn lane off of there,
Okay,
but at that intersection.
most people use that gravel shoulder anyway.
So that's what this agreement is. The city of Bellevue signed off, because what it is just saying, yep, what the DOT is allotted for, what the city will be responsible for, and then that we are the lead agency. And
Now, will there be, being there's quite a bit of traffic coming in and out of that intersection, if you put a turn lane and have traffic going through, do they anticipate some congestion and confusion? Because if you have somebody turning right, slowing down, somebody can be accelerating and passing.
so
Is there some kind of?
So this we've designed, it's called an offset right turn lane. So, and due to the speed of the highway, and we followed the DOT's design manual, the turn lane itself is like 900 feet long. And it offsets so that way cars, it almost acts as very similar to like an exit ramp, honestly, because it's not like the turn lane on 62 at Rockdale Road where it's right along the adjacent travel lane. It's offset, so there's like a 20-foot buffer between the actual turn lane and the.
I just want to make sure there wouldn't be kind of like a silhouetting effect where somebody's slowing down to turn in, a car can be passing and behind the turning car, somebody pulls out because they can't see them and get schwacked kind of thing, so.
No, that would not, because this is far more large scale type of turn lane as opposed. This is one that's for comparison. Lynn County did a C-step grant a couple of years ago for it, and they did this same turn lane on Highway 30 to one of their county
Okay,
roads. So, no, that would not be an issue.
okay,
So, and after this, there would be, assuming this gets approved, I should say, we would follow up with an actual agreement where this city would repay us for their portion, because, you know, it all would run through our project, but we would get reimbursed from them.
okay.
So there will be a follow-up agreement with them.
I know I've asked this before, Jaden, but there's no way it can include an acceleration lane going north from there, correct?
That is correct.
Ideas, thoughts, motion from the board?
I'd make a motion to go ahead and approve.
I would second.
Got a motion by Ned, second by Mike to approve the U-Step funding agreement with for the 395th Avenue and US 52 turn lane. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Next is a utility permit for Macokota Valley.
Aye.
For
Delayed.
for fiber installation. Most of it's overhead. There is a small portion that's underground. It's going to be on the street or road segments of 188th Street, South Gary Owen Road, 217th Street, and then 113th Avenue. Again, most of it's going overhead on the existing poles. There is a small stretch on 217th Street that will be buried underground. And I've talked with them. They're going to be well deep enough. They're going to be at least 36 inches or 3 foot deep. And they're going to, any driveway culverts or crossroad tubes that they encounter, they will be boring underneath. So that way, say we ever need to replace one, there's no fiber to be in conflict with. So, which I guess I should say is a standard per the application anyway. But I guess our department sees no issue. So we, with that, so we recommend approval on this permit.
So moved.
I would second that.
Okay, we got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve the utility permit for Macokota Valley Electric Cooperative for 188th Street, South Gary Owen Road, 217th Street, and 113th Avenue. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next is discussion or action of awarding the project LFM VB 2253-7X-49, otherwise known as the 450th Avenue Bridge. That we had, if you recall, we had a public hearing back on, was it February 10th? Yes, February 10th regarding the plans and specs for this project. Posted it for bidding. We posted it to the AGC, the DOT's website, to meet our Iowa code requirements. And then we received and opened bids last Thursday. We only received one bid, that being from Jim Schrader Construction. Their bid for 450th Avenue was in the amount of $239,604.38, which is right where right in line with our estimate that we had done. So we see no issue. So there's a resolution to award the project and issue a contract the same.
1168.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the resolution 1168 -03 -03 -2026.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to approve resolution 1168-03-03-2026. Approving awarding bid for project LFM VB 2253-7X-49, the 458th Avenue Bridge to Jim Schrader Construction for $239,604.38. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
And then the next one is the same thing, except for as far as resolution and contract, except for this is for LFM IA 3320-7X-49, the bridge on 17th Street. That one also received only one bid, that one also being from Jim Schrader Construction in the amount of $333,532.73. Which was actually lower than our estimate for that bridge. So we recommend approval of the resolution and awarding the contract the same.
So moved.
I would second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve resolution 1169-03-03-2026, awarding project LFM IA 3320-7X-49 the 17th Street Bridge, awarding it to Jim Schrader Construction for $333,532.73. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Update, I guess, the guys are still, our crews everywhere still out brush cutting where they can, and then as of lately, actually, they've been hauling some rock on some spots in anticipation of some rain this week where rock may be necessary where there's not much. So they've been focusing on that while it's somewhat firm and before we get the rain.
Pull that frost out.
So that's what they've been busy doing, and yeah, sounds like we get quite a bit of rain on Friday.
Yeah.
Rain is needed.
That time of year. So, any other
I
questions?
noticed on the brush cutting, it looks like they're concentrating quite a bit on some of the intersections that are really have visual, and that's really nice. I know there's a lot of areas that need it, but the intersections are really in need.
Yeah, and I believe all three of you should be still getting those weekly reports, or maybe they're monthly, but the work orders that the guys have been completing.
I'm only seeing them from one district.
Yes,
That's the only district doing any work, or what's going on there?
no, that is the only, we're working with that with where the other guys can get the work orders updated on their tablets. They're brush cutting everywhere, but some are just a little bit better than others as far as updating the work order system.
Okay.
All right. We appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Any
Give it
update on the bridge? I'm going to call on the Springbrook Highway.
Not yet, no. I know there's a late start date for that bridge, like March 23rd, and that late start date may not be the exact, it's not like the contractor, there's a chance he may not start work at that date. That's just the date the DOT states that starting at that point, whether or not they're working, we have to start charging working days. So I do foresee it being sometime this spring, maybe it's April. I was actually talking to Todd in Dubuque County, as it relates to, they have, I'm gonna call them variable message boards, like you'll see them on DOT highways where a road or bridge closed on this date. Dubuque County has those. I would talk with Todd to see if maybe as we start to get a more refined date of when our project will start on that road, just given that it's on a paved route and with the high traffic count, I just think it might be beneficial to the users of that road that regularly use it, or anybody, I guess I should say, to just use those to give them advance warning of when that bridge will be closed. Because at the end of the day, it'll close when it's going to be closed for replacement, but at least just giving them a little more heads up so they can plan accordingly.
And again, I would encourage the public to go on our website. You can get access to road closures
Correct.
notifications on that website, so.
Yeah, and as soon as we know a start date, we will put it on that road notification in at least 2 weeks in advance. So yeah, anybody who is subscribed to that will get that notification at the minute we put it on there. So
And you can even follow the Facebook page if you want.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a request from the school transportation director to let them know ahead of time if you could. So, I mean, I know they're busy enough too, but their responsibility.
Yeah, because that route, with it being paved and a major collector route, that will affect a lot of people.
All right. Thank you much, Ken. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Lisa Smith from the Auditor's Office. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. This
Morning.
morning, motion to approve the February 24th, 2026 board meeting minutes as written by Auditor Smith and authorized publication in the official newspapers.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Got a motion by Nan, second by Mike to approve the minutes of the February 24th, 2026 meeting is written by Auditor Smith and authorized publication in the official newspapers. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I need a motion to accept, place on file, and authorize chair and auditor signatures on the county recorder's report of fees collected for the month of February 2026 in the amount of $30,050.81.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Motion by Mike, second by Nan to accept, place on file and authorize chair and auditor signatures on the county recorder's report of fees collected for the month of February 2026 in the amount of $30,050.81. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I'm gonna let Deputy Auditor Shelley Hoy discuss our public hearing.
All right.
As you know, this is the second year that we are required to have the two public hearings for the budget. The first one is what I'm asking for a motion to set the public hearing for. It's a proposed property tax levy. It's the maximum levy tax rate and levy dollars that we are asking for. We are asking for the maximum, which is slightly more than what the current year is. The levy rate, it did go down because of the taxable valuation. The growth factor limited our tax dollars. So the tax rate did go down, but because the taxable value went up enough, we are allowed to get between the two, the rural and the general levies for valuations, we are allowed to get about $300,000 more than the current year. So I think it's 300,000. So I'm just asking for you to set a levy or set a public hearing, I believe. Didn't we decide March 26th?
So I would ask for a motion to approve setting a public hearing date of March 26, 2026 at 9 a.m., which is a Thursday, for the proposed property max tax levy hearing for fiscal year 26-27.
I would make that motion.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nan, second by Mike to approve setting a public hearing for March 26, 2026 at 9 a.m. for the proposed property max tax levy hearing for fiscal year 26-27. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And just for a point of clarification, this is for the mailing that everyone is required by law, that every county auditor and county supervisor, probably across the state of Iowa, says this is the stupidest thing that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter, we are mandated by law. So this public hearing sets, one of the timelines when it comes to taxes, getting the levy and such done. So yes, that you can anticipate a mailing in, let's see, we have to have it downloaded.
We have to have it downloaded by the 5th. By Thursday at 4:00.
Yep.
Then as soon as I can make sure that everything's kosher on the file, I can upload it to the Department of Management, hopefully that same day. Then the mailing company will start to do their process and mail it out, maybe even by Friday.
Get the mailing mailed out that nobody can read or understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
As mandated by state law.
And we have to pay for it. So yes.
All right.
All right, so moving on, Shelley, you might will stay in case there's any questions, but I'm also today asking a motion to approve resolution 1170-03-03-2026 for an operating transfer from the general fund 1,000 to the secondary roads fund 20,000 for $50,000 effective March 3rd, 2026.
And this is our annual transfer from the general to the secondary roads.
Make a motion to approve.
Oops, second.
We got a motion by Nan, second by Mike to approve resolution 1170-03-03-2026 for the operating transfer from the general fund 1,000 to secondary road fund 20,000 for $50,000 effective March 3rd, 2026. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I need a motion to approve resolution number 1171-03-03-2026, certifying delinquent Leisure Lake sewer assessments to the county treasurer for property tax collection effective March 3rd, 2026.
So moved.
I will second that.
Got a motion by Mike, second by Nin to approve resolution 1171-03-03-2026, certifying delinquent Leisure Lake sewer assessments to the county treasurer for property tax collection effective March 3rd, 2026. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
We received, Shelley and I received a request yesterday from City Manager, Macocata City Manager Josh Bolt, concerning a letter of support. He wanted to be on the agenda, but unfortunately we couldn't make the time thing work, so I thought it was appropriate that I present this today. There's a little funding gap when it comes to the YMCA Aquatic Park, and they want to apply for this. I think it's a grant, I believe.
It's a grant, yes.
Yeah. So we requested that Josh give us the letter. It will go to Congressman Marion Miller Meeks, and I am seeking chair's signature on this. I think I did include it last night in the
Yep.
packet. So
The letter.
today I would like to ask for a motion to approve chair's signature on a letter of support to Congresswoman Marion Miller Meeks for an FY 2027 community project letter of funding support for the Macocata area YMCA Aquatic Park project.
Trying to talk.
Unmute.
I'm breaking up slightly, but was there a motion made?
Not yet.
Okay.
I can
I,
make that motion.
is there financial backing included with this?
No, it's
Okay.
just a letter of support.
I would second.
Got a motion by Nin, second by Mike to approve the chair's signature on a letter of support for the Congresswoman Marion Miller Meeks letter of support.
Yep.
Any other discussion? The financial support we have already pledged in a different thing, so all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all that I have for the board today.
Do you need to put another dime or something in your internet meter to keep you going?
No, we had horrible trouble last night with it when we were watching the game, and so this morning it's a little different than a modem around here. It's a little thing that plugs into the outlet, and I finally just unplugged it and let it go for 15 minutes. Plugged it in. Seemed a lot better this morning, but yeah, we were having trouble last night.
Okay. Well, speaking of that, I'd just like a shout out to the Cardinal girls. They did phenomenal last night. They play again at 3:15 on Thursday, so we wish them well. And with the Bellevue Public School and Marquette girls playing, when do they play?
Boys,
Oh, the boys? When do they play next week?
next week, Tuesday at
So it'll be
3:45.
an exciting week coming up for the area.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
The only one thing there's not much on the calendar I see, but the time change for the 911 meeting done.
I know that there was a location change. Was it a time change
Okay.
also?
I'm sorry, location, that's what I meant.
Okay,
Yeah,
yep.
so it's at the EOC tomorrow night at 5, is 6 or 7?
6.
6, okay. I'll be there. You don't want to zoom in?
It could be an option, but I'm not saying I am.
Might be better than a
All right, anybody got anything good for the good of the meeting? I did talk to Jeff after last meeting about the senior center and what was keeping it, because it's been deemed structurally sound. What was keeping them from being able to use the rooms that are not affected by the accident? And he said, you thought there was plumbing issues or something
There
in the
was something
bathroom?
with the women's bathroom.
And he said it was lighting. It messed with a little bit of the electrical. And so I said, so you just told me you were standing next to Dwayne Stickley when I called him, and they were both at the senior center. And so he stepped in this morning and said, Dwayne has somebody down there today to get the electrical fixed so the bathroom lights will work. And him and Bobby are gonna go down, do a little cleaning just to kind of brush it up. And he's hoping by later this week or Monday to have the senior center three quarters of it, everything but the sewing room, open for use. So that'll be an exciting thing.
And they have also talked with the fairgrounds that if things don't work out the way that the fairgrounds thought that Boyer Hall would be a very good fit for them to be able to come into, to kind of get a solid meeting area.
Yeah.
So.
I just have one question for the board. Well, I did receive a bill from Origin Design for when they came down to see if it was structurally sound or not. I don't believe that Jackson County should pay that bill.
No, I think
You go to ECIA.
Yeah.
Well, I want to forward that on to the insurance. company.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Just want to make sure, clarify on that.
Yep. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. There's a good chance that by Monday.
Again, watch their email or Facebook page. They've been posting everything
Yeah.
on there don't automatically assume because we're saying this that is what's happening. We want to make sure that.
Heads up, and we'll post it when we do get the all clear, but he thought more by the end of this week. I was like, so by Monday, so that'll be nice to get them back in the senior center and get it using. So any boards or commissions or anything going on? Hearing none. Mike, you want to adjourn?
If there's no further business, I got a tea time. Yeah, I would make a motion to adjourn.
So was that a motion?
Yes, sir.
I'll second that.
We got a motion by Mike, second by Nan to adjourn for EST or something, he's got a
Chai tea.
trumpets and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy.